In this video, we'll learn some more rules which will help us to compute the average quickly. We will first study how we can compute the average of the first n multiples of a particular number. We have already discussed a method to do this. If you list the multiples, you can add the first multiple and the last multiple and divide by 2. We can do it like that. This is an alternative approach. The average of the first n multiples of m is m into n plus 1 by 2. We'll understand this formula by doing problems. Find the average of the first 50 multiples of 10. So we need to find the average of the first 50 multiples. So add 1 to 50, so you get 51. Multiply 51 with 10 and then divide by 2. So average is going to be 10 into 51 divided by 2, that is 510 by 2, that is 255. So how will you find the average of the first 13 multiples of 7? We need to find the average of the first 13 multiples. So add 1 to 13, so you'll get 14. Then find 14 into 7 by 2 to get the average. So 14 into 7 by 2 is 7 into 7. You can cancel 2 and 14. Then 7 7s are 49. So we get the average is 49. Now, how can you calculate the average of the first 11 multiples of 11? First 11 multiples, so you add 1 to 11, 12, then multiply by 11 and then divide by 2. So average is going to be 11 into 12 by 2, that is 11 into 6, that is 66. We'll do one more example. Find the average of the first 12 multiples of 3. How can you do that? First 12 multiples, so add 1 to 12, so you get 13, then find 13 into 3 by 2, and that is going to be 39 by 2, which is 19.5. So this is another method for finding the average of the first n multiples of a given number. Now we'll learn how to find the average of consecutive numbers. So the average of consecutive numbers will always be the middle number. We'll understand this rule with the help of examples. So we're asked to find the average of 30, 32, 34, 36 and 38. So here the average is going to be the middle number. Here the middle number is 34. There are 2 numbers to its left and 2 numbers to its right. Therefore the average is going to be 34. We can use another result that we learned earlier. We can take the first number and the last number, add them together and divide by 2. You'll get the same average. But if the number of numbers are small and you can list all numbers, then this method is actually easier. Now, how can you find the average of 101, 103 and 105? Again, it will be the middle number. Here the middle number is 103, so that is going to be the average. Now, we're asked to find the average of 108, 110, 112, 114. Here we cannot identify one single middle number. We have 2 middle numbers, 110 and 112. So the average will be between these 2 middle numbers. So what is the number that comes between 110 and 112? It is 111. So that is going to be our average. Now we're asked to find the average of 85, 86, 87, 88, 89 and 90. So again, here we cannot identify one exact middle number. There are 2 middle numbers, 87 and 88. So the average will come between 87 and 88. What is the number that comes at the midpoint of 87 and 88? It is 87.5. 87 comes between 87 and 88, and therefore the average is 87.5. So we can use this method to find the average of consecutive numbers. It can be even numbers, odd numbers. As long as they're consecutive numbers, you will be able to find the average using this method. Now we'll do some more problems. The average of 5 consecutive natural numbers is 76. We need to find the biggest natural number. We know that the average of consecutive natural numbers is the middle number. Therefore 76 must be the middle number. Thus the numbers must have this form because there are 5 consecutive natural numbers. 76 is the middle number, so there must be 2 numbers to its left and 2 numbers to its right. So the numbers will be 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, and consequently the largest number will be 78. Now we'll do another problem of this model. So here we're given the average of 4 consecutive natural numbers and it is given to be 202.5. We need to find the biggest among the natural numbers. We know that the average is the middle number, but here the average is 202.5. It is not a natural number, so there must have been 2 middle numbers. Now what would have been those 2 middle numbers? They would have had to be 202 and 203 for the average to be 202.5. So 202 and 203 were the middle numbers, and therefore the numbers would have been 201, 202, 203, 204. So the largest number is 204 since all numbers are consecutive natural numbers. So once more, the most important point to remember is if you have consecutive numbers, whether they are consecutive natural numbers or even numbers or odd numbers or multiples of a particular number, the average will always be the middle number. And if there are 2 such middle numbers, then the average will be the number that lies at the midpoint of these 2 middle numbers, or the number that lies between these 2 middle numbers. This concludes the video on averages. I hope that it was useful. Thank you.